lose a tough one to the Portland Trailblazers, 99-91. Welcome to Raptors Tonight, live from Real Sports. I'm Randy Urban, joined by Leo Rautins and Jack Armstrong. That is a loud ovation.
Hey, it happens every time he shows up. Every time. Right
wow, these guys, they want a prize for sure. They want a prize for sure. Jack, I think that was for you.
No, not for me.
It wasn't for the game tonight. So Portland comes in, gets their first win of the season. Let's get right into it. What were they doing that gave the Raptors so much trouble?
Go ahead, Leo.
No, after you.
You got your full mouth there.
No.
I thought in the second half they did a better job taking care of the ball. They kept the Raptors out of transition. They made the Raptors run a lot of half-court offense. And I thought their defense was really good in the half-court against Toronto's defense. And Scotty Barnes, to his credit, had a really good third quarter. But they struggled with flow and execution and getting quality shots.
Well, the thing about, Portland's got a lot of good young guys, right?
Yeah.
But they're veteran guys, like a Brogdon, Ayton, those guys, Grant, they did what they had to do to help close that game out in the second half. But for me, this wasn't about a lot of X's and O's or anything like that. It was, Raptors, to me, looked like a team that said, hey, these guys, we're better than them. We can just come out here, we'll go through this game, we'll win. They can't play that way, right? They're just not built that way. They're not good enough to play that way. You got to come out and play every game like, hey, we have to take it to you. And I didn't think they did that in this game.
When I looked at DeAndre Ayton and, his time in Phoenix was kind of up and down, but this spot in Portland looks like it fits a little bit better. And I thought he was a pretty big difference here, especially down the stretch. Like, his size mattered today.
His size really did, and he's going to get more of those responsible touches in big moments where he's got to do something with it.
Yeah.
So if he wants that, it's a great place for him to be.
Yeah.
He's always been a guy that he kind of teases you with his potential a little bit. And the question is it going to actually break through and be a consistent high-end pro? Well, guess what? The opportunity is going to be there now. And I thought Grant was excellent tonight when they really needed him. As you mentioned, Brogdon. And I thought Scoot Henderson came on. And we haven't even talked about Sharp, who was, the Canadian was real good. But, again, I thought they won the last three quarters tonight. So this is no fluke. Well, they earned it.
And Brogdon's not a backup point guard, right, in this league. Like, he's a bona fide starter
caliber player.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a sixth man. He's a sixth man as well. So I mean, this is a guy that he knows how to play. The whole key with him, and we've seen this before, is he going to accept that role, like coming off the bench if that's what he does. If he accepts it, he makes this team significantly better because of the youth. He gives them that balance. He gives them that experience.
Like, you think they want to keep him, right? Like to mentor Scoot, like that's a.
I would want to keep. I would want to keep as many veterans as around. I mean, look, we saw Houston, all these young players, right? Why can't you function properly? Because you don't have the vets around them, right? So now you've got some guys that can help these young guys grow, especially if you're talking about a guy like Scoot.
And to Leo's point, what happened down the stretch? Ayton, Grant, Brogdon all made big plays.
Yeah.
And I thought Scoot Henderson, if you look at his first four games, this was his best game.
Yeah.
And what does he have? He has an experienced guard like Brogdon with him in crunch time minutes. And to me, I think if you're going to develop Scoot and Sharp and guys like that, I think it's
no pressure to make plays.
Yep.
This guy will have it. You can play off the ball.
Yep.
At times you can have the ball, but there's no pressure to run the team.
And their team has no pressure, right? Because the expectations around this whole team is not to win right now. And so that gives you a little bit of freedom, too. What did you guys think of Scoot? Like, does he look like a star to you?
He looks like a young kid.
Yeah.
That's come into the NBA, and he's got to play the most difficult position, point guard. So he's tremendously talented. He's physically gifted. He's a little smaller. I don't know if you got that same. I've been watching him on tape, but he's a little smaller in person than I anticipated.
He's big though.
He's jacked. Yeah.
But Dennis Schroeder looked bigger than him. So to me, again, but physically he's got tremendous skills. He's just got to learn how to play the game, and it's a difficult position to play in this league, especially.
I had a nice chat before the game. Scotty Brooks, the assistant coach of the Portland Trailblazers, who obviously coached Russell Westbrook as a young player in Oklahoma City. We were chatting about a little bit of Westbrook, Scoot. I was chatting with Bobby Webster before the game. He mentioned an Eric Bledsoe, kind of like that. So it's going to take some time for him, but
You want to develop more than that guy.
yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
But my point is, I think it was progress tonight for him
Yeah.
and for them. And again, on a back-to-back, you got to give them credit for coming in here tonight. They earned this win.
Right.
They deserve to win this game.
Yeah. For the Raptors, Pascal didn't get a lot of shot attempts last game. More shot attempts today. Didn't make a lot of threes. Didn't make any threes. But the three has been there more or less for him this season. I just thought he was more decisive tonight. Did you guys see that?
Okay, so we've had this discussion with OG in the past years. He needs more shots. Does he need more shots, or does he have to take more shots? Does he have to look for his shots more and be aggressive when you get them?
Right.
Do you think there was a more of a conscious effort from last game to this game to say Pascal shoot? Or did Pascal be more aggressive and take shots that were there, right? And I think that you could say, all right, we got this 0.5 thing we're doing offensively, this and that, but when you got your shots and you're a player, you take your shots.
Especially in your spot.
Right. And if you're comfortable, hey, what's the whole idea of movement in offense? To get you a good shot.
Yeah.
If you get the ball and you feel it's a good shot for you, you take that shot.
Yeah.
Right? So I think he's just got to search out his shots and not hesitate.
I think from a team perspective, watching the Raptors right now, to their credit, they're really trying to execute philosophically on the offensive end what is being laid out to them. Sometimes to a fault, and now you got to find that balance.
Yeah.
Because Randy, as you know, at every level of basketball, whether it be, I said this on the air twice tonight, at every level of basketball, whether it be high school, college, or pro, you're lucky if you have a guy on your team that can attract two guys. And if you got two of them, you're really smart. Like we're seeing Milwaukee on Wednesday night, they got Lillard and Giannis that bring two to the ball. Well, it makes the other guys better. And for the Raptors, I think they got to figure out different instances during those possessions where sometimes they get it to Pascal on the post, a second guy comes to him, it's 4-on-3 elsewhere. Now, boom, 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 boom. Now you get the shot. But if you're just passing it quick and the defense never really has to go chase somebody else, those shots become a little harder and they're less in rhythm. I hope I'm making sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's switch a little bit to Jakob Poeltl because I wanted to talk about him for a number of shows now. I just think having him for a full season is going to do wonders for this team. I think he's developing some nice chemistry with Dennis Schroeder already. What does having him for the long term here do for this team, Leo?
It's big because if you look around the league and you say, everybody says, go get a big man, go get a 7-footer. How many good 7-footers are there that can play in today's NBA, right? And today's NBA is you got to come out in the perimeter, you got to be able to go inside, you have to be able to pass the ball, you have to be able to run the floor. So there's to me, he's the guy that can play at a high level in this league. He can be a contributor on both sides of the ball, and he's a great team guy. So I thought he was a great pickup last year, unheralded kind of pickup. But at the same time, now you got him for the whole stretch. But I think he's got to make sure he understands that he's got to stay in the game. You can't pick up cheap fouls. You got to be a little smarter.
Tonight he was able to play a little longer.
Yeah, and he's got to stay in the game and be he's got to be a rim protector. He's not that traditional shot blocker, but he can alter shots and be a rim protector.
And I love how relentless he is on the glass. Like, he doesn't really take plays for granted, right? Like, he's going for offensive rebounds that maybe some guys would just kind of turn around and run back. Like, he gets dirty down there.
Well, we knew that coming out of the University of Utah, that he was that guy. He came into a winning situation in Toronto.
Yeah.
So tremendous professional habits. Then he plays for Coach Popovich in San Antonio, where there's always accountability and discipline. And now he comes back here. So you're getting a guy that's a high character, high level pro that's going to be a really good piece for you. Now, is he going to be one of your top 2 players? No. Is he going to be one of your top 5 players? Yes, absolutely. He's a winning piece. Now it's just a matter of working through that chemistry. There's some growing pains right now, kind of figuring out roles and comfort level within the new offense, pecking order, shot selection, when to be a little bit more I-me, and when we as us is when we really need it. So there's been so much emphasis on trying to share it. I think sometimes guys are trying too hard to do that, and now the clock is running down, and you're going against that sixth defender, the shot clock, in a half court, and that's difficult. And how many guys do you have on this team right now that can get their own with less than 5 on the clock? That's a big thing.
Right. Okay, guys, let's pause the conversation about the game right now, and we're going to do the fan of the night. Let's see who. I've got a mug here full of names. This guy wants in for sure. All right, let's see what we got.
Oh boy, what we got?
We got Chester Asby. Chester, you around? Is there a Chester?
There we go.
Oh, Chester, come on in. What's up, man? Come on in. Just, come this way. It's a little bit less, just stop over there.
He's an athlete. He can get over
What's
that.
happening?
Come on this side, right here.
Right here, Chester.
Here, yeah.
Come on
Here's
in.
your mic.
Get that
Little
garbage
bod
out of
There
here.
you go, Chester.
How we doing, guys?
Good, you all right?
Good.
Do you have a comment or a question for the fellas here?
I've just been trying to think, like, what have we really done during the off season to reproduce our team right now?
Reproduce.
I'm thinking in terms of we have all the building blocks to win a championship except a star and a big man. And I was trying to think why we drafted how we did and what we really did during the off season to make any progressive moves towards that.
Well, I think it's a process.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think in the off season you had a lot of flexibility to do a lot. Obviously, Fred VanVleet leaves. You replace him with Schroeder. Actually, Schroeder has done a really nice job. Respectfully to Fred VanVleet, this is in no way, shape, or form a knock on Fred VanVleet. Schroeder's done a good job filling that role.
Yeah.
That hasn't been a big issue. I think Grady Dick has shown that he's going to be a good pro. I just think right now it's kind of a comfort level, getting adjusted to each other and growing and maturing. I think, realistically, this is a team that didn't lose 60 games last year.
Yeah.
They were a 500 team. They won 41 games. So the expectation should be that this team is going to be competitive because they have a lot of good players. Right now they're struggling to get off to a good start. The schedule's going to get a little tougher. We're going to find out about the development of some of these guys.
Yeah, and also you got to think that, training camp and all that stuff has changed. You play 4 preseason games, and you haven't even had 30 practices and you're done. You're ready to go. So it's changed a lot from the previous times. You had more time to develop and get ready, so you're in season development.
Yeah.
Do you want to shoot for a prize?
Sure. Yeah.
There we
This
go.
is the big.
All right.
Got the big hoop this year, huh?
Yeah, big hoop. This is your first time on the show. We got a prize wheel. A
Pressure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pressure.
All right, so
Moving on
Chester,
up
you're
here.
gonna-
I love it.
Thanks, guys.
Here you go. Chester, go grab that ball. And here's the line. You did. All right. So you got 2 chances to score. Okay.
Come
so
on,
if
you got
make-
this, Chester.
You make this, you get to spin. All right. If you make the shot, you get to spin. Oh, he's got the form. All right. One and done. All right.
Soft,
That
soft.
swag.
Go to the wheel.
Here we go. Go to the
Give
wheel.
it a good spin.
Go to
Yeah.
the whip.
What do we got? We got 2 tickets on there. We
You
got
ever
a
think
hoodie.
of hosting The Price is Right?
What? Yeah, I should do that.
What do we got here?
A bag. All right, that's a good gift. Hold on.
All
Chester,
right,
come
we
on
got
over
a
here.
bag.
Come on
Chester,
over here.
congratulations.
Yeah, come on over
Chester's
here.
got the Raptors 905
Good job, buddy.
sweatshirt.
Good job.
Yeah,
Thanks
yeah.
for your time.
Thanks, buddy. Here's
Nice
your
to
bag.
meet you, Chester. Congratulations. All the best. Thank you.
Show this up to the camera. It's a nice
go.
Herschel bag. a little
Congratulations. All right.
Toiletry bag. All right. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Enjoy your night.
All right.
Well
thank you.
done.
All right.
What do we got here, Randy?
Seriously,
stuff.
I think Price is Right, you'd be perfect.
You
Doesn't he have that look?
Exactly. He does.
It's not that look.
All right. Maybe in my next
Who's a
life.
Ryan Seacrest? He's like a young Ryan
Yeah, Ryan
Seacrest,
Seacrest,
you know?
I don't know about all that.
Hey, you'll take his bankroll,
I can
right?
see him hosting The Bachelor too. Well, you're a bachelor anyway, so.
let's save that for another day, Leonard.
Hang in there, hang in there.
You got some tips?
I'm just trying to survive in this big bad
Oh,
world.
yeah, me too, brother, me too.
Your brother's handing you a note over here.
All right, what do we got? What do we got? Oh yeah, this is from your favorite caller in or watcher or viewer, whatever you want to call them. Want to know why there's no other network that has announcers eating unhealthy pub food discussing the game? Because it is stupid. Thank you. About time, 5,000. I don't know.
You gotta eat.
You gotta eat. Man's gotta eat.
We're hungry. What do you
Yeah,
want?
what do you want? What do you want from us? We're just
Well, he
trying
doesn't
to-
like the fact that we're eating.
No, I don't think so.
Hey,
What do you want me to do? When I'm ready to talk, my food's out of my mouth.
Yeah.
sometimes mine's not, but so what? You know? You don't like it?
There's
Go watch.
Oh, go. Hey, you know what? By the way, if you ate it, who's this guy? What's the guy that wrote in?
About time, 5,000.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you were at Real Sports, how could you resist this great food, right? So of course.
Speaking of that, can you pass me a piece of pizza?
Yeah, bring it up. Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Leo's having another slice, so
we
take
go.
that. You're stuck at home and you don't have Real Sports
Cheers, my friend.
food to have. We do. We're lucky. We love this place.
Hey, man, we love the
We
fans.
support
love
Real
all the
Sports.
fans, yeah. Come on down to Real Sports. Try the food. It's great. All right.
That's the
Let's,
best question we got.
No, I got it.
Go ahead. What do we got, Randy?
All right, let's go back to the game. Scotty with 20 and 12 tonight. 20 and 12 tonight. It feels like the numbers he's putting up early on in this season are sustainable. Do you guys feel like that?
Absolutely.
Our viewer at home, see, Leo's got a little food.
Yes.
We have a
Jack stepping in. I love it.
Hey,
Teamwork.
can it be sustainable? Yeah. You know why? Because his effort's sustainable.
Right.
That's why. You watch him in the first quarter. What do you have? A few deflections, steals, a block, playing hard. Third quarter, took the game over. The Raptors were in big trouble if they didn't have him in the third quarter. He was awesome. So yes, I think what I'm seeing from him is Leo. The lights coming on. Third year, he knows what it means now to compete. He doesn't take plays off anymore. He's not out there trying to be cute and groove out there. He's hooping, he's competing. So, yeah, I think it can definitely, because he's really talented. You put talent together with effort, watch out.
Yeah.
I thought the criticism last year, to a large degree, was unwarranted. You're talking about a second-year player. There's an adjustment, and everybody goes at their own pace. Everybody comes in and adjusts at their own pace. So it's all part of the growth. And you look at, he looks like a guy that, like Jack said, I know what I got to do now. I got to work harder. I got to play harder. I got to be in better shape. I got to be a leader. I got to be vocal. And one of the things that we talked about, if you look at personalities, who are the big three on this team? Scotty, Pascal, and OG, right? Of the personalities, who's the guy that's more out there, more effervescent, more, engaging? It's Scotty. So he jumps to that lead role because of that personality. And when you've got the game to complement it, and you can't just do it at one end, you got to do it at both ends. If you want to be that voice, and we're seeing a guy that understands that now. So I really like what he's done. I like the way he started off this.
And he's grabbing rebounds that you just wouldn't normally see, kind of reaching back far. He's blocking shots that
He's really
most
he's talented.
most players can't block.
He's talented. I mean, you can see it. Like, you can tell when a guy has it.
Yeah.
He has it.
Yeah. When he's squaring up to guard you defensively
Yeah.
too, like he's not biting on fakes. Like he's moving his feet. This guy.
He's doing it on both ends now.
Yeah. It's great to see. All right, I just want to touch on this Dylan Brooks comment that he made about Victor Wembanyama. When he was asked about, what he thought about Victor, he said, he's tall, that's really it. Obviously, Brooks is playing a role here. What's your reaction to that?
Okay. You know what? People can criticize him, right? And I said this last year, I'll take him on my team.
Yeah.
If
Dylan Brooks, you're talking
Dylan
about.
Brooks.
Okay.
If I have to kind of tone him down a little bit, hey, chill, Dylan, chill. I'll take that. I will take that for a player that plays as hard, will agitate as much, and get into your face as much. If that's what I have to do to coach you, I'll do that.
Right.
As opposed to, come on, let's go. Come on, okay, come on, please,
Right.
please, come on, give me more. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to beg you to play hard. Dylan Brooks brings it, and I think some of the stuff he says, is merely to get in people's heads and agitate. That's it.
Well, they're going to see a lot of each other over the years because they're both Texas teams in the same conference. And look, I agree with Leo. Dylan Brooks has great competitive spirit. The one thing I would say is this. I know in the coaching profession, the right thing to do is not rip another coach. And I think players, they get competitive, and it's okay between the lines to get into each other. I think you're all part of the same fraternity, too. I think, with all due respect to Mr. Brooks, Mr. Wembanyama is going to make all 450 players in the Players Union, potentially, from a worldwide earning perspective and attention in our game, he's going to help our game. Like LeBron James, he's helped all the other players in the league. Steph Curry. So these guys are our meal tickets. So let's do something or say something to help make it a little better.
Yeah.
And then when you get between the lines, try to kick the guy's butt and talk smack to him then. It's a balance.
Right. And I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying we're in the world of everybody's. Oh, he's great. He's great. Oh, he's unbelievable. He gets 80 million. He gets 100 million. So you know what? If he doesn't want to follow the trend, he wants to buck the system a little bit.
Yeah.
Because that's what makes him tick. That's how he plays.
It's almost like UFC and
Yeah.
heavyweight boxing and
Selling it a little bit.
it stirs the pot a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, by all accounts, he's not just tall, right? He's this guy could be.
And you
This
think
guy could be a
and
game changer.
Dylan Brooks doesn't know this?
Yeah, he's
Of course
got
he
it.
does.
Yeah.
He's legit.
Yeah, I wanted to ask this question last show, but since I have you guys, some of the elder statesmen of the broadcast on the show, I want to know what you guys think of the too small celebration. When guys run down the court and they kind of put their hand down. You've seen this before. I saw, what made me laugh was Kelly Oubre Jr. did it against the Raptors the last
Saturday
game.
night, yeah.
Yeah, Saturday night. But he didn't even score. It was when Embiid scored, which is like ridiculous to me. Like, what are your thoughts on these types of celebrations?
Well, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
And
Not a good thing.
That's the world we live in, and if as an opponent, your job's to shut the guy up if he's going to do that, and the way you do it is you perform better than him. If not, he's going to taunt you and embarrass you. The league's not going to do anything about it because you're not blatantly showing bad sportsmanship at someone else. You're expressing joy about something you or your teammate did. So it's a balance there. You can't look at NFL touchdown celebrations. I mean, there comes a point where how much can you allow and how much can you just not allow? I mean, bottom line, personality is a big part of our league.
But my thing is, if you're dominating and you do something, whatever. Like a guy hits 1-3 in a game, he's going, he's good. Come on.
Yeah.
Right? If you hit the game-winning three after you knock down 6 threes, okay, I'm going to give you some props. Do whatever you want to do. But I like the old school thing, what we used to do. If you want to go too small, it's okay. Because somewhere during the course of this game, we're going to run you off 2 screens, and you're going to be too small real quick.
Yeah, you're going to feel
Right?
it.
But they don't do that anymore. They don't do that anymore. So.
All right, should we wrap it up there? Thank you guys for coming on the show. It's
by the
nice
way,
to
thank you
have
for having
back.
us.
Yeah.
Wednesday night's a 7 o'clock tip-off.
Yeah, next game, Raptors at home against the Milwaukee
Be
Bucks.
in your seats early.
As Jack said, 7 p.m. is a tip-off after the game. Come on by Real Sports, win a chance.
We'll be here
on the show.
eating real sports
Yeah.
food. This food is amazing. Come have pre-game food. Come here have post-game food.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.